Well, hello again everyone. I'm here in Colchester at the start of the day and I was hoping to see Waxwings, and well, almost as soon as we got here we heard the call and we've got them. I didn't know if they would hang around, so I bagged a few photos first of all. Decided to switch to filming video. I managed to film some eating berries, which is something I really wanted to capture. It was wonderful to finally get some decent views, and I'd already surpassed any sightings and photos I had had in the last decade, which wasn't that hard to be honest. I was ready with my OM1 to take some stills when they came back down to an area that was better lit, and I got this sequence of one grabbing a berry. I got this shot showing the fantastic backwards forked tongue too, and one dropping a berry. The location was a long straight hedge, which meant getting a shot without twigs in front of or right behind the waxwings was a challenge, let alone getting a clean background. Sadly, no long branches with dangling berries here. This was the best I could do, so I switched back to video. They're not the easiest bird to film, typically flying down from higher up, jumping from spot to spot, and eating a few berries. And then flying back up to a taller tree, to preen and to digest. Waxwings tick all the boxes for birdwatchers. First of all, they are uncommon, or you could say rare depending on where you are in the country. They're also a good looking bird, with that lovely pinky peach colour and colourful wing bars, and that fabulous punk crest. And they have a nice call too, which sounds like ringing bells, which I just about managed to record over the noise of the traffic. A few waxwings visit the UK every year, but generally they stay up in Scotland and the northeast of England. But every few years there is a mass influx from Scandinavia, and in the years that we have large numbers arriving in the UK, they can be seen in the more southern and western areas that they rarely visit. They are often found in urban areas where rowan and other trees and bushes that have berries have been planted, and when they turn up in an area they will often hang around until all the berries are gone. Luckily for me, the berries were still plentiful here, and I finally got a chance to film them eating them in slow motion. And as for the name waxwing, it comes from the wax-like coloured tips to some of the adults' wing feathers that you can see here. Well, we've been here a couple of hours and we've had lots of waxwing sightings, and I'm just waiting for them to come down as I'm trying to record a video. And yeah, so I had some great photos, got some great footage already, as you've already seen, and we're going to hang around for it longer and see what else we can get. Here I've tried to capture the chaos of the flock feeding. And after multiple attempts, I finally got a clip of one feeding close up and showing the amazing tongue in action. Well, I've got some lovely video, so I'm now going to try and take some stills with the OM1 and see what I can get. and I managed to get a couple of images with cleaner backgrounds. Also got this one of one taking off reaching for a berry. And I got a couple of images of waxwings lower down in interesting poses. Other birdwatchers and photographers and curious members of the public had been arriving while we were there, but one unfortunately decided to stand right underneath the roost tree, which although it didn't really prevent them from feeding, it did mean that they flew down to the worst place to see them, behind a big lorry, and only they could get a good angle. But I'd noticed they'd been preferring one bush further down the road, so I waited down there, and they did as I hoped. The problem was, one of the bushes were full of plastic. I did try some urban environment photos that incorporated the rubbish, but I don't think they really worked. I did manage one shot without the bag behind, before I then finally got a waxwing with a clean background of blue sky without being right at the top of a bush. Sure, not quite at eye level, but I was happy. They came in even closer to me, and I ended up with one landing a couple of metres away, just above me, and I got some fabulous close-ups. Well, we've had a great morning here in Colchester, some fantastic waxwing sightings. That last lot of stills I've got, well, they came in so close. Kind of wish I was doing a bit of video, to be honest. But yeah, you've just seen the photos. You know, can't really ask for more than that. Now we hope our luck continues when we go to Wallasey to look for short-eared owls. After driving south and then east across Essex, we arrived at Wallasey Island RSPB Reserve. So we're here at Wallasey Island and we're hoping to see the short-eared owls, and we've found a crowd of photographers, so we think this might be the right spot for them. Let's go and see what we can see. We were only there a few minutes before one appeared in the distance. I started off by taking stills with the OM1 and 150 to 400mm f4.5 Pro lens. It came in a bit closer. I got my best ever shots of this species, but things were just getting started. It kept going, but then it banked and went back on itself before it reached the really good light. But then it gave another pass with the light in the best direction it could have been, and those best ever shots I just got had only lasted a few minutes before they'd been replaced by these. Here's a few from the many I took. I got a few more shots as it flew around in front of us, before it headed back between us and the sun, and then further away. Well, I'm fairly happy, to be honest. I just had shorties the best I've ever seen them. Got my best ever photos for sure. I'm going to try and get some video now. Now, tracking a short-eared owl as it whizzes over a field, frequently and suddenly changing direction while trying to manually focus at the same time, was not the easiest thing I've ever done, if I'm honest. But I got some footage. It was much easier to track when it was further away, and if I slow down the footage as I've done here, you can really see these wonderful birds soaring over the grass. I did manage some closer in footage. The owl then sat on a post, which should have been easy, but the wind picked up, of course, which meant when you're shooting at 3000mm can cause issues with camera shake. But I managed to catch it roughing up its feathers and having a bit of a preen. And I got this still too. There are around 600 to 2,000 pairs of short-eared owls that breed in the UK, but their numbers are boosted in autumn and winter by birds that cross the North Sea from Scandinavia, especially on the east coast like here in Essex. This is a particularly good winter for them here at Wallasey, with there being sightings here most days since early December. Unlike many owl species, they often fly in daytime, though typically it's either early morning or late afternoon to evening when they are seen. They are hunting the fields for small mammals, especially voles. There were a couple of owls flying around, and I tried for some more close-in footage, with some success. The owl then perched up on a road sign. It stayed there for a few minutes before it took off and landed in the field. I managed some shots of it diving for prey before the perfect golden light arrived, as the owl activity suddenly went quiet, of course. But it gave me a chance to capture this robin, which had kept us company most of the afternoon. One did appear when the light was golden, and I got a couple of nice shots of it. We got a flyby after, but the light was dropping. Still, hopefully this photographer got a nice backlit shot. I was having to push the ISO up after that, and the owl was not coming in close enough to improve on my earlier shots, so I went back to filming and tried to get some closer in footage again. After some sporadic owl activity, one owl set up on a post, but it was now getting too dark to film as well, so we decided to call it a day. But I'd already taken 7,000 photos and recorded just over 100 video clips, so I had plenty to be getting on with, and you can probably imagine how long this video has taken to edit. Well, we've had quite a fun day, haven't we?
We have.
I think we've both got our best ever waxwings, our best ever shorted owls, our best photos and video of both, and the weather's been perfect all day. So what can we complain about? Let's complain about something. I don't know. No, there's nothing to complain about. It's a bit cold. It's a bit cold, but not too cold. It's not been windy. Just a brilliant day. And I've been waiting all winter for this. So I think we both have, haven't we? And we've finally got the shorted owls and waxwings, and we finally got them really well. So yeah, thanks for watching.